So before I start this video, I just want to say that I am going to be trying something different. You can let me know how you feel about it, but I'm going to be starting to do not so much highlights because, I'm going to be honest, I don't really prefer to edit things. And also, some people seem to like the longer form videos just because like it's more entertainment, more pastime, something to have in the background. And so I'm going to try changing from highlights to essentially VODs, but it's just going to be the new account in that case. And so you get to see everything that my new account does. You don't have to miss anything, and you also get m more content out of it. So you can let me know how you think about it, but yeah, enjoy the video. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I have six. I got really lucky with the blues, but let's see what happens. You are manifesting good luck for me. I don't need another Antioku, so it's not like I need like Hanayama, because I already have Heavy Jack who can do his job just fine. But let's just see what happens. By the way, I speaking of channel points, I want to point out that the chugs every time they are redeemed, I will make them more expensive by 1,000. If you haven't already noticed that. And then there's also the 1 million face reveal. So keep that all in mind. You know what? I'll give Kotatsu a +1. I'll give it a +1. You don't want Hanayama even though you have Heavy Jack and Lucifer? Well, Hanayama still does his job better than them. I'm just saying I don't need him. And frankly, I don't really want him because of how many people say that he's amazing and because of how amazing he is. I don't want to use him because like he's just that powerful. But yeah, nothing so far. Not even a collab. Not even a collab unit. No, none of the rares are super rares, unfortunately. But I guess it's time to do this. You're 2.25% of the way. Yeah, like I don't plan on you guys getting it anytime soon. There's a reason why it's 1 million, because I don't actually want it to happen. You want as much as you can get? I mean, fair enough. On my new account, just don't really want it, because then I'll abuse it. I think I'll end up abusing it. And I don't want to do that. If I have it, I'll use it. But if I don't have it, then I won't use it, you know what I mean? I would actually rather some of the other ones. I'd rather the one that has Behemoth Slayer. Because that one's a little more unique in the fact that it does have Behemoth Slayer. So, and it also, I think isn't that guy also strong against Red and Alien? Which I need anti-aliens, so. You think one of the best Ubers for our account would be the Behemoth Slayer one? Oh yeah. Because I need an anti-alien and I need a better Behemoth Slayer. Because all I really have is Courier. The special cats have potential, really? I had no idea. I just don't really look at them because collab, rares and specials tend to be pretty bad. They tend to be pretty bad, so that's why I didn't really look at them. It would hard counter Dionel since it's wave immunity and AI ranges. That's nice. Dionel's never really been a concern. Like pretty much any red behemoth is never a concern, in my opinion. Like it's not something that I think about. If everyone pulls their points via predictions, we can get to 1 mil faster. I think you overestimate how many points everybody has. The most points somebody will get in even a week is 10,000. So, and that's just one person that would actually stay the entire time. So it's unlikely no matter what. I also did make the prediction cheaper, but I made Hydrate more expensive. I made prediction cheaper so that you guys can do it with a little less cost, so that you guys can just do more predictions. But I also wanted to make the hydration more expensive so that wasn't happening so often. Big Battle Cats YouTubers don't see their value, but I do. What do you mean? Like what do you mean? The special and rares? Anti-Alien and Red Behemoth Slayer, no more Scissor X problems? No, Scissor X is still a problem because I don't believe that guy is immune to slow. So, and plus Scissor X does a shit ton of damage. I would mainly want him for Cats of the Cosmos, actually, because of his good range. He could outrange pretty much every threatening or starred alien at least, and so I'd have a better time dealing with things like the elephant and the bear that whenever it's buffed and stuff. Yeah, Bed, remember when I said at most? I said 10K a week at the most. That's not actually a common thing. It's taken people multiple weeks to get 10,000, and that's even the people that have stayed during my entire streams, including my 5-hour ones. So, there won't be a hot topic today, because if I get too passionate, it'll probably end up hurting me. Because I'm still, yesterday, I actually had an incident because I was at the lake. I was tubing behind a jet ski. You guys know how it goes. We fell off the tube, and I think it actually hurt my throat a little bit. Like not to the point to where I would notice it casually, but I think that if I talk enough and loud enough, then it will come back. Because I remember I had a sore throat whenever I got home yesterday. So I do believe that if I get into a hot topic, it'll make it worse. Baki in the game makes Akugo poof. So true. I don't want you guys' sympathy though. It's alright. I feel fine. I feel fine right now. It's just probably going to be a chill stream. Just me playing the collab. That's gonna be it. Oh, I here's the thing, right? I don't have a spare monitor. I don't have Lumeza, the thing you said with the laptop smash. I don't have the money to just be like, oh, I got a new monitor, let's smash the old one. Because he smashed his old monitor. One that was barely working. I don't have anything broken. Oh, Lucha, I do think I could rank the banners. I do think I could do that. However, I'd rather just I don't know. Every banner is good in its own way. The Iron Legion are hard specialists, the Elemental Pixies are hard specialists, the Galaxy Gals are general specialists, and by that I mean they have mixed specialists, they have good generalists that have really good specialist value. Meanwhile, Iron Legion are specifically anti-zombie specialists for the most part, and Elemental Pixies are specifically anti-alien specialists. So it's kind of like ranking them would be hard because what I would end up doing is I'd rather do a tier list and they would all be around the same. They would all be around the same in a tier list. So I don't think it would be all that interesting because they'd all be about equal for the most part. If anything, I'd rather just do a one-on-one why Galaxy Gals is better than people think it is. But I don't think most people actually undervalue the Galaxy Gals. I think it was just that one guy in my YouTube comments, because nobody else talked about that. Nobody else. It was just that one guy. Also, hello, Akira. One of the specials rares has Metal Killer. Well, Metal Killer can be adjusted. It's probably 2% damage or something like that. It's not going to be anything And plus, I'm pretty sure it's one of the Ubers that has Metal Killer. Am I wrong? You mean in the sense that no one had enough points to redeem the smash, right? And yeah, that's true. Except he wanted that thing to get smashed. I don't want mine to get smashed. Or I don't mind to get smashed. I don't want a face reveal. So I just put that there so that I had something above chug, so that people had some sort of incentive to not just use their chugs all the time. It's 5%. That's not bad. The Uber has 18%? Okay. I knew there was an Uber that had that. In your opinion, Galaxy Gals isn't a priority banner for me? Well, no shit. Because what are we considering priority banners? Fest and Almighties? But in my opinion, I actually think that the other banners should be more of a priority now, because of the simple fact that the Fest banners, they don't have things like they don't have Sniper, they don't have Rich Cat the Third, they don't have Professor Cat Jobs, they don't have Neo Cutter, they won't have any of those extra special rares, including the Brainwashed. So I would actually say that prioritizing the non-fast banners is actually better to do nowadays. Like back then, whenever it wasn't guaranteed for them to have one of those other things, then it wasn't really a priority, but nowadays, I'd definitely say so. Mighties you consider worse than Galaxy Gals? I don't know about that. Because although I may crap talk generalist value, it is still very nice. And some of them are, and honestly, some of the Almighties actually do provide very good specialist value. Because Anubis with Ultra Talents, he's mainly good not necessarily for his generalist value, but his immunity to Surge and Shield Pierce. Those are the two main reasons why he's so good. Is because he has those niche in addition to his zombie killer. So Dynamites isn't actually all that good because all the ones that are good in Dynamites require heavy investment. And at that point, I don't think that they're really something to prioritize, really. Like Balrog, sure, Lasvos, sure, and Baby Cat, sure, but the rest, like, they're either super niche or they're just not that good. Oh, and Anubis doesn't? I was just using him as an example. Poseidon has freeze against zombies and metals, and Anubis still has zombie killer even without investment, which gives him still extra usage. He's also automatically immune to wave. So I know I'm contradicting myself, but right now, like whenever I'm worn out like this, I am the equivalent of in the zone. Basically meaning that arguing with me isn't going to get you anywhere. What is one Battle Cat's hot take that will make you want to commit arson on that person's house? That Iron Legion is better than Galaxy Gals. That's just prime on my mind, so. I'm assuming you're talking about hot takes that people actually have. And so yeah, my people actually think that Iron Legion is better than Galaxy Gals, apparently, since, clearly somebody commented on my video about it. Is this guy really not getting knocked back by that? Goddamn. Oh, he probably dies in one knockback. Never mind. I probably still have hot takes yet to say just because I don't realize they're hot takes yet. You got a Gambit Dynamites for those amazing Ubers? Yeah, like, there's like a 50% chance you get a good Uber and 50% chance it's either a super niche Uber or a super, like, mid Uber. Like, they're good, don't get me wrong. But yeah, remember it's subjective, Bray. Remember it's subjective. Well, oh, for a second I was getting confused. Like subjective, wait, opinionated? No, that's not right. Yeah, no, totally subjective. Absolutely, totally. Iron Legion being better than Galaxy Gal is so subjective. So that's a very big given. Cosmo's Lasvos for nerds? No, Cosmo is Lasvos but consistent. That's what Cosmo is. Because Lasvos is much more RNG based, but he also has less range, so he's much harder to use. Consistently slow. I mean, not really. He's actually fast, literally speaking. But if we're talking about like his actual like attack animation, it's actually not that bad. Like as long as he's not your only thing doing stuff, then it's not that bad. He can be good support. If you're using Cosmo for support, then he's amazing because he matches his amazing support with damage. But if you're using him as your sole source of damage, then you're probably setting yourself up for failure. Either that or 10-year-long stages. One of the two. You think the best banner is Luga's because of Papa Luga? No, that is subjective. 100%. Agreed. Oh, by the way, my 1K sub special has officially come out. It has officially come out. So on YouTube there is a 4-hour long video of me ranking every main game Uber on the tier list. Don't watch it now. Watch it later after the stream. The stream won't probably last long anyway, but you know. You think one banner that consistently gets underrated is DEs? Is that Dynamites? I don't know. I don't know. I think Monster Gals is pretty underrated though. Battle Cards is a gacha game, which means the fun and gambling is. I mean, that's true, but that just means Last of Us is more fun than Cosmo, not really better. You know, meat shielding is the thing, right? Well, I wasn't. It's an early Aku realm stage, so I didn't figure it would actually be any difficult. Yeah, because I just went like that. Oh, Dragon Emperors. Yeah, you know what? Fair point. They are quite underestimated. Just because people see the long recharge time and slow speed, and they're like, oh my god, trash. You know? You're going to start a 4-star restrictions account? So you're only going to use special and rare? Maybe don't. I don't think you should. They're awesome movers. They have great designs, and some of them are actually really good. Raiden's really good against red. Gladius is really good against traitless. Uh, what's his name? Gamirion? No. Gladion? No. What's the anti-alien and zombies name? Whatever his name is. He's really good. Am I lagging? Why is my Twitch telling me that I'm connecting to chat right now? Whatever. Ganglion, that's his name. Sorry, I kept on thinking Gamirion, you know, Guardian Gamirion. But I knew that wasn't right. So you guys knew who I was talking about though. Yeah, so, you know. I do believe that, I do believe him to be very good. I just don't think he's as good as people make him seem. Like, I think the Dragon Emperors are a lot like the Galaxy Gals, where they are really good specialists, but a lot of their strengths are undesirable. Like their huge HP, it's not really that desirable because it's not like they match it with a lot of knockbacks, typically. I mean, Dahlia-san is one exception. Because he has a lot of HP and a lot of knockbacks, but they all have long-ass recharge time and typically long attack animations. So they're typically not going to be as worth as like the Monster Gal, or not the Monster Gals, the Galaxy Gals are. The only unit you have that isn't 4-star is Cat? Fair. When can you get Ninja? Because once you get Ninja, that kind of makes the early game easy. Dragon Emperors are hotter than Galaxy Gals? I mean, maybe literally. Literally. Their body temp might be quite high. Heavy Jack is also really good. A really good anti-Aku and a really good anti-red. I don't think people talk about his red usage, but it is there. You think Pixies are decently underrated? That's just because people underestimate just how difficult aliens are without some sort of Uber to carry against them. People just underestimate Cats of the Cosmos. People underestimate, like, heavy alien stages. So, you beat Musashi? Nice. Hello there. You know what? No, I still don't have Housewife. I still don't have Housewife, so I genuinely just don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Yeah, Heavy Jack's not that new. Like, he really isn't very new. The first 4-star one you can get is Flower Cat. Oh, right. I forgot that you can get that. That's true, that's true. Fair point. Vars is actually a really good anti-relic if you have nothing else. Even before Ultra Form, by the way, Deer Almost is still really good against Angels. Like, he's really good against Angels still, even without Ultra Form. Ganglion isn't really that great against zombies, I don't think, but he is really good against aliens. Because he can hit backliners and stuff. But his zombie usage is almost useless. Because, like, he only has 300 standing range. So unless he has a... unless he has something to, you know, help him use his LD. What is it called? Stepping Stone. Unless he has a Stepping Stone, he can't even hit the Lord Gravy. I think that's his name, Lord Gravy. He can't even hit Lord Gravely safely. So, he's not that great against zombies. Because of his blind spot, mainly. GG on 1,000 subs on YouTube. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. It's unfortunate that that happened on the day that I was gone. I was literally at the lake when that happened. Thanks for the follow, Vince. You lost to Markoth on your most recent P5? Damn, J-Man, unfortunate. Is your almost only defining trait is his Ultra form? Yeah, I disagree that Deer Almost is only good in Ultra form, but it is a big factor, to be fair. Kirby has 250 range though? Oh, really? I thought it was more than that. Never mind. But it's still not a safe range by any means, especially with his huge ass blind spot. And he's also fast, so might be dangerous. Especially since Lord Gravy knocks back, so he can easily push through your meat shields. You only have Ganglon and Raiden? Oh yeah, no, like, I know. I know. Not everybody's going to have all of them. I am one of the weirdos out there that can, for the most part, tell how good a unit is just by looking at their stats. There are some times when I'm wrong, or there's a lot of times when I'm wrong, but I can get the general gist of things off of looking at their stats. It's just a skill I've gotten from being so observative and stuff. And I mean, people most of the time seem to agree with what I say about them, so it's not like I can really say I'm bad at looking at units based off of stats alone. You have no cool dragon guys? Well, that's your fault for not rolling them. If you don't roll for a specific banner, don't expect to get Ubers from a specific banner. If you're rolling Uber and Epic Fest only, and that's all you roll, then that's a you problem. And you're probably doing yourself a misfortune. Save your 11 draws for one of those guarantees. And choose from the ones that are guaranteed. You're not even in UL? Neither am I. I still have a Dragon Emperor. Oh, you have 6 of them already. Okay, you were agreeing with me, I think. You have half the Ultra Souls? Damn. You've never ruled Dragon Emperor? And I have 3? I mean, I'm just saying. I just said if you don't roll them specifically, don't expect to get them. You can still obviously get them from Fest. Just don't go around complaining. Or whatever. The stats tell me half or less than the story. Well, I mean, most people seem... I guess I'm just built different or something, like, because people most of the time tend to agree with what I say about a unit. I think the only time I was really wrong about a unit is Dark Luna, and that's because I was looking at her without considering her weekend being, like, her tanking role. I mean, I said she was still really good. I was just kind of shitting on the fact that she had worse stats than normal Luna, but if anything, she has better stats, because her tanking role is actually really good. Yo, Darksider. And remember, I still haven't had Dark Luna, so I still have only looked at her stats. I just had a reawakening, I guess. Bro, somebody just commented on the tier list video saying, 4 hours, I'm gonna be making breakfast to this. You get enough for that because usually there's a discount? Yeah. Especially if you're playing, like if you start your account around the time of discount, so like anniversary, half anniversary and all that, then you definitely have an advantage. Except most people, whenever they're new to the game, they don't know what to spend their cat food on, and so they end up wasting it. You want Duna? Me too. I love the look of Dark Luna, and I love the fact that she weakens and she's like a tank. I love that. And her damage thanks to explosion is still really good, even generally. One thing to determine if people roll only fast is if they have girls mons. I know, right? I have a girls mons. I should have more than that because you guys remember. Some of you guys were here for it. Some of you guys should remember whenever I did double Uber and Legend chances and got literally nothing, even with like 20 rolls or whatever. But it took me literally doing a guaranteed 11 draw to get Kana, which is a scam. But you know, it's all right. It's all right. Another thing to see if people only roll fests is if they don't have like metal, Neneco, cat jobs, power cutter, brainwash. Like if they don't have any like of these guys or whoever else comes with them, then that means they only roll fests because those will never appear in fests. You have jobs, is that it? You have Raycat? Cool. Cool. Platinum tickets don't give Those guys, right? They don't give girls moans. And Sniper, cool. Did you buy the 100 million download ticket? No, I don't. You think I got money for that? Hell no. I wonder if the tier list video will actually do good at all. Because people tend to not prefer to watch such long videos, I don't think, or at least they don't watch it all the way through. And so I don't actually know if it'll do well. Um, it'll probably end up doing as good as the Infernal Tower video, unless by some miracle people decide that they want to watch a tier list from me, but you're a broke-ass bitch too, relatable. Might or may not have been worth it. It was definitely not worth it, because all you end up getting is a unit that is either a dupe, because most people already only do draws on fests, or you get a unit that is unnecessary. Because the best generalists in the game are just straight up unnecessary. You don't need them. They're not going to actually do you all that well. Because like I haven't used a fest. I don't have a fest Uber on this account, and I'm doing just fine. And I mean, getting a legend rare is nice because legend rares are cool, but that's like the only reason why I would see it being worth it. But it's not guaranteed for a legend rare, so it's not worth it at all. JP is 2 years ahead? No, they were made 2 years ahead. The game itself is only like a month or so ahead. Otherwise, we would have gotten Baki 2 years after JP did. One of your friends got Izanami and he doesn't even play anymore? Well, spending, well, that's just how things go. If you have money, might as well spend it. Also, cults. Those are some nice gacha units. Brainwashed Whale? I would love to have Brainwashed Whale. There's a new Baki ranking event. I guess I should do that. I may also try the Cat Claw Dojo. I think I may try it, but there's like on okay, so I did the what is it? What am I on? Am I on 9? I think I'm on 9. I did 9 too, and it was fine. The start aliens weren't very strong. But then 9-3, the start ping does like more than 100,000 damage per hit, even with all my COTC 1 and 2 treasures. Like I have every COTC 1 treasure plus like at least half of the start alien ones from COTC 2. And yeah, that thing does way too much damage and does not die. So, part of the reason you beat Musashi? Fair enough. You can beat Island, Grum? Brainwash Whale was your fucking savior in these recent chapters? I mean, yeah. Brainwash Whale is a sick unit. I think it's also better stats-wise than Manic Island. So, like, generally. I think so, at least. I could be wrong. But I think that's the case. How strong are these squirrels? Chat? I think the squirrels actually just okay. Since when are the squirrels that strong? I thought they were just peons, but apparently no, they're the true boss of this stage. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and move on to Dojo. Brainwash Well is equivalent to Manic Island, at level 50. Because I remember hearing somebody say that the Brainwash actually have better scaling past 30. So if you compare level 50 to level 50, is that still true? Oh yeah, by the way, this is intended for pre-UL, and this SOB. Somebody, I want to know the magnification of the start pang, because like it's actually crazy. Because I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys. You know what? I'm just gonna use my general loadout. I want to see, does this thing one shot my base? Tiny bit less HP and speed. Unfortunate. If you think rank up test 2 is hard, rank up test 3 is even harder. Because the starred aliens are buffed out their ass. Because this seal isn't even that strong. Like, the seal can easily die. But then, there's this guy. Let's see. How much damage does it do in one hit? I don't even know how much damage it did in one hit. Because it just one-shot my entire base. Like... Like, you know, anything special today? I already did the thing that was quote-unquote special. I already did the main this collab, whenever it comes to stages, is, you know, an absurdly it's absurdly small. It's an absurdly small collab because there's one gauntlet and there's one sub chapter that like is so easy, but you can only clear it once. Like you don't get 2 and 3 crowns for it. So like it's such a small collab, unfortunately. But yeah, those are those are buffed aliens. 120,000 damage at least in one hit from that penguin. I dare to try and beat it. I can try, but not gonna work out well for me. There should be a redeemer where I tell you a random story about my life. I don't really like. I don't have good stories. Like nothing happens in my life, at least not as of late. Like the only stories I could really tell you about are like old ones, because nothing happens. I mean, I guess I kind of like. I'm also just a bad storyteller because I end up telling them way too fast. So it's like I go through an entire story in like less than 5 minutes. And so that, like, what's that? Oh, we're getting more stages in the next few days? Okay. That's good. Because I was really hoping that we weren't, you know, it's a really small looking collab. Also, I should probably just, I don't feel like killing anything else. I am at 69,000. 69,000 is a perfect number for me. Oh yeah, 993. Cat Claw Dojo 9-3 is perfectly fine. I can definitely grind that out. It's 0 energy. 3 years ago, you saw 6 building fires over the summer. You know what? I would be surprised if I haven't talked about this, but I guess it is somewhat of an old story. So maybe it happened before like a lot of you were here. But in my old house before I moved, there was like a fire thing. Like there was a huge storm and there was a fire. And the fires went like all around my house. Like they went all around it. And so like I barely like I'd say if there was like a square, like if you look like 5 miles north and 5 miles south in like all directions of my old house, there were fires pretty much. Like it wasn't a full circle obviously, but it was like in that radius there was a lot of fires and I was like in the middle of it and I didn't catch any of it. 4 more events, but they're all gauntlets? Jeez. Actually, know some of the people that started 3 of the 6 fires. You don't hang out with them, but you know who they are? Damn. I don't know how I'm gonna beat this stage. I think I'm gonna have to rely on just a bunch of meat shields. And then as well as I'm gonna have to rely on just a bunch of cheap meat shields plus I don't have any alien damagers. Like, I have an alien tank, but that's not gonna help me much on something that just does a ton of damage. So like I guess I can use Kana for the blacks in the stage. Same with Kazuchizo. I guess this is my loadout. I love knowing arsonists. Oh god, wait, there's a... I mean, I have Courier and Bullet Train. Nobody else... Well, I mean, I guess I could bring Ku. If you beat rank up 11 stage 2, you can get Ultra Form Cosmo, but no Ultra... No, your Ultra Forms does something to a man. Well... Thankfully for you, you can probably still Uber carry rank up 11 stage 2, because 12-3 is the only Cat Claw Dojo stage that I really couldn't just, like, carry, Uber carry. When you're older, you can just drop. It says dad lore. Damn. You approve with the choice? Alright. Alright. Let's see how this goes. I don't think I'll be able to kill the Star Pang, because I'm assuming this Star Pang is balanced around every single COTC2 treasure. Meanwhile, I only have I only have like half of them. But I don't think there are... Oh wait, am I even going to be able... I'm not going to be able to break that dude's shield. I need a barrier breaker. Because I don't have Breaker Blast. Unfortunately. This stage took you so long. Well, I'm trying to do it early, so... COTC in its entirety? Why? Wait, what? That makes no sense though. Why would it go from Star Aliens being balanced around COTC 1 and 2 all the way to being balanced around the entire thing? I don't get that. If you want to level 60 someone, you've already done Barog. Who should I do? Undo your level 60 to Barog. If only that was possible. Here's the thing, right? Dark Cat's Eyes are only going to get more valuable the more Ultra Forms exist. So using them on a unit that is just stat-based without an Ultra Form or Ultra Talents, it's useless. Or it's going to harm, it's going to do more harm than good because of how valuable Dark Eyes are. Because Barog is already really good at level 50, but until he gets an Ultra Form or Ultra Talents, you don't actually know if that level 60 is going to be worth it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, who should you do next? Save until you want, like, some sort of Ultra Form. If you, just save your Dark Cat's Eyes for an Ultra Form or Ultra Talents that you like. Just use them on whoever you like. You know what? There's your answer. Because on my main, whenever Ultra Forms first kind of came into the game, I used them on... I used 15 of them on my Dazzly. Like, I'm not even lying about that. I did in fact use Dark Eyes on my Dazzly. Which definitely contradicts what I'm telling you right now. But trust me, it's not worth it. Because Dazzly already did just fine at level 50. Or even if you want to use your Dark Eyes on somebody, only level them up to level 55 so that you're not wasting double the Dark Cat's Eyes. Yeah, I'm not beating that stage. There ain't no way. I don't have anything to damage this guy. Use Manic Eraser, Catalyte, No, Can, Courier, Pizza, Row, Cat Machine, Cyberpunk, and Gravelodon. I think the thing you don't realize is that, the two Ubers you named are Ubers that can actually tank aliens. I don't have one that can do that. And also, I'm assuming you had more treasures than I have. Because, well, I have all of Cats of Cosmos 1, but these are the only COTC 2 that I have. And they're not exactly 100%. They're close, but I'm missing one of them in its entirety, and this is only COTC 2, and then this is half of one. So, I think Seafarer might actually be a good choice for me, though. Beat River Styx? I could do River Styx. Yeah, I definitely could. I just want to do this because it feels like I should be able to, but I might not be able to. I just want to see if I can, really. That's what I want to see. This is a good idea. And then, since I have Kazuchi's, I really don't need Kana. So, maybe Little Cat? Just for more meat shields? No. I should use Row. I should bring Row for whenever I do get down to the last guy. You've only used 45 Dark Eyes and you have 33 for the next things that pique your interest. That's fair. If you have spare Dark Eyes, then use them on whatever you want. Otherwise, save them, just because there's like a new Ultra Form or Ultra Talent, at least one, in every update. So, you never know what will come next. Anyway, for extra DPS, low cooldown, not much cost, 400 range. Oh, you're talking about Momotaro. I don't think those Ultra Talents are actually worth it, though. Because Momotaro is mainly a proc unit that benefits from having the low cooldown. It's not exactly something that Ultra Talents will help with. Hello, Fenrix. What you doing? Trying to do Cat Claw rank, or Cat Claw 9-3 way before I'm meant to. Or at least I'm assuming it's way before I'm meant to, considering how powerful these starred aliens are. Please get off my ass. Dude, this penguin has not gotten knocked back a single time. Oh my god, and now there's two of them. Yeah, I'm not beating this stage. What about Cosmo? Cosmo doesn't target alien. What do you mean? I also don't have money. Cosmo targets floating and angel. Cosmo is not helping. Also, T, why did you at Grum and at me? Oh, are you talking about Cosmo Ultra Form? Because if you're talking about Cosmo Ultra Form, then yeah, go ahead. But that's an Ultra Form, not an Ultra Talent, which is what we were talking about. Hello, Yuta. Alright, let's try Anya. Let's try Anya. You have 10,000 cat food? You're waiting for Uberfest? No. Don't use your cat food on Uberfest. That's not worth it. Spend your cat food on a guaranteed Uber, because otherwise you're going to be wasting it. Because, save your rare ticket. The number one rule, if you want Ubers from Gacha, is use your rare tickets on increased Uber chance, use your cat food on guaranteed Uber chance. No supers? I'm copying and pasting my loadout so that did I even paste it? I did paste it. Yeah, I'm copying and pasting. That's all I'm doing. Hello, Avatar. You put the minimum HP that the Star Pen could have above? Above where? I don't see it. Oh, 2.25 million HP. Yeah, no. With a lack of actual alien damagers. I mean, maybe. Oh my god, I used entirely super rares and rares. I did not realize that. Whatever. Uber carry. How in the hell am I gonna do this? I don't think I can do this. Chat? I think I'm screwed. I might be screwed, chat, but it's fine. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Don't worry, I'm just starting with the Ubers. I'm not actually only going to use Ubers, although it might be recommended. You need an anti-trait list? Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. Ostrich. You're right. Give me a sec. Don't need you. I do need you. I don't think Heavy Jack's doing much here. Oh, wait, no. Can't use super rares. Specials? I can use specials still. Okay. I don't think any of these guys are actually going to help me, though. Yeah, the starred Pang is really buff. In Cat Claw 9-3. And I don't even have all the Cats of Cosmos treasures, so I should probably wait for that before I even try. I don't think I talented you. No, I didn't. This may just be my loadout, I'll be honest with you. This may just be my loadout. This is a cooked loadout, but I think it's the best I can really do. I'll be honest with you. This is funny. Chat, do you think I can do this with this loadout? Maybe I should use Valkyrie instead of somebody. I want Raiden, but I don't want Raiden. I won't use Raiden. I'll use Valkyrie. 9-3 is based around having all COTC anti-starred alien treasures. Yeah, it's also relying on the fact that you actually have DPS for it. I don't have any damage for alien. What can you true form with Gold Seed? Monaco. That's about it. Without Ultra Forms. Gold Seed, not Gold Fruit. Cat God uses a fruit, not a seed. I don't Uber carry my friend's loadout in question. I mean, I'm only using 4. No, I'm using 5 because it costs a Jizo. Never mind. Yeah. You're right. Listen, my main loadout was super rares. Alright? My main loadout used a bunch of super rares. Can't exactly do that here. Is Lumina enough, or do you actually need to try when you have all those COTC treasures? I think you're fine. I think you'll be fine. I think realistically, 9-3 is not that hard as long as you have all the treasures. I just don't have all of them. So that's the only reason why I'm really struggling on it. Especially since my only good anti-alien is, as of right now, Tetsu. Okay, so let's see Ku get some damage here. You know, I was hoping for a Valkyrie freeze. How do I do this? I don't think I have the Ubers for this. Because I don't have anything to status. Oh wait, you know what? I have Dark Laser. Did I talent you? No. Oh dear God. Okay, let's see how this goes. Honestly, I'm just going to do. I'm just gonna. Do I do attack buff all the way? I think I'll do attack buff all the way, but I won't do waves. I won't do waves. Well, it's only 50. I say only. That's the rest of my MP. I'll see how this goes. How to do I with 2 legend rares that target aliens? Yeah, you're definitely likely to be able to beat the stage, that's for sure. I don't think Valkyrie's gonna help a whole lot here. You want to spend NP? Don't. The only reason why I'm spending NP here is because I kind of have to. I don't think I can beat the stage without talented Dark Laser. Well, I don't exactly have Fast Uber's avatar, so if you're trying to help me, you're not. I saw your first message. Why'd you say it again, T? T, please stop. If you do it again, I'm timing you out. You've only spent NP for your cats like Ro? Mm-hmm. You're not? Oh, so you're just telling me how you did it? You're just admitting, you're just out there admitting that you are a massive Uber carry. I see. I get the vision. There's the boar. Alright. I don't want to send Ku until I know she'll be able to get her hits in. And here. Ku, have fun. Ku is not true form, by the way, I will mention that. But Dark Laser, I think, should be enough for this. I mean, there goes one knockback. Notice how long it took even with max damage talents on Dark Laser. Okay, it's dead. So maybe I can try. Should I even send? I should wait to send Tengu, I think. I think I should wait to send Tengu. Oh wait, Ku's not immune to weaken right now. Huh. Ku is in fact not immune to weaken. You beat the stage with half your lineup being Ubers? Well, what do you think I'm doing right now? Hey, please, Snake, die. Oh my god, Snake. Oh, the Snake. The Snake. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I can do this. Not with the units I have. Why am I sending out Dark Laser here? That's not ideal. Okay, well, Gladios is behind the base, so maybe... well, he's hitting the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. Maybe that's the strat and just have Gladios behind the base? Maybe? I see it being a possibility, but I don't see myself having the energy or the rich cats for it. You're assuming I can't use rares? Oh, really? You have to grind going red 20 times to get Raiden? True form to beat this stage. I feel like Raiden doesn't help with the hard part, which would be the Arost. Mostly use Tengu for the boar, and if he survived Hanya's, I hoped for a knockback. I have Tengu's true form, and I could be using it. I'd rather nuke the boar rather than knock it back, because Tengu's really likely to just end up knocking it back. And Raiden's knockback is guaranteed, so if I want to knock back, I'd rather use Raiden, because Tengu still has like a 50% chance. Dark Cat works for the boar? Okay, maybe I can drop Kazujizo then? So if I nuke the boar down... Wait, yeah, what level was your Dark? Because mine's not very high level. Because mine's only 35. He was like, oh my god, that's not helpful. My normal cats are so low leveled, I don't think my Dark's actually doing any. 36 should do? Are you sure? Are you sure? That's a pretty big level difference. What I can do is I can try using Tengu from the start. We'll check DPS change. I mean, here's the thing, right? Its DPS will be good no matter what. I just don't know if it's worth the money at this level. Oh, really, T? I wonder why I'm not using Manic Island. I wonder what the restrictions are for this stage. I wonder. Simply Epic Fest scary. Yeah. I have Gladios. That's an Epic Fest Uber, right? Your highest level normal is Jamera with being level 56? Nice. I don't have anything near that. Because, you know, I kind of started this account like 2 months ago. I don't know if a lot of people realize that. My bad. You're good, you're good. What is Gladio's Uberfest variant? Armageddon from Iron Legion. They're from two completely different banners, but, you know. So I'm late? Welcome, Frosty. You're not actually that late, it's just an hour. Even though this stream may not even last an hour, in all honesty, but who knows? We'll see. Let's see if I can actually beat this stage, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to use Bahamut for Anya. I want to use Bahamut for the Arost. That's the best thing to use my Bahamut on. And even then, I don't know if it's actually going to do a whole lot. But what I really want to do is I just want to nuke down the boar and let Tengu do his work. Because he's immune to weaken. So... But his attack animation is awfully long. So I don't know if he can actually get a hit in. Oh, he can. Okay, so Tengu's good here. No wave talent? No, because it's too much NP for me. Ah, shit. I should have waited a sec, but he still got the hit in, so it was good. The stage is insanely easy to grind and the rewards are good. What? Or Baki special units. Are they actually good, though? Like, are the Baki units even actually good? I think what I'll do is I'll just... I think I may just, like, Uber carry the hell out of this. Like, because I have eyebolts. Like, on the main stage, I don't think I had eyebolts for the Arost. So I think it's actually very worthwhile to just do this. And use the Ginger Snatches to keep myself behind. So that Anya's not hitting them. And if it does get too close, then maybe I can, like, use Ku and Bahamut. Nice Savage Blow. Shit. I timed it wrong. Where are my meat shields? Am I not meat shielding constantly? God, I wasted my Bahamut. I needed to kill that thing faster. I needed to. This is not ideal. I really wanted to get the Aros out of there. That's what I really wanted to do, but that didn't work out very well. If I can kill this boar, I think it might be fine, because then Tengu can get into Anya, but I don't know if that's going to happen, unfortunately. Because everything's just dying, unfortunately. You unironically use 7 Ubers for the stage? Well, I unironically don't even have 7 Ubers good for this stage. I think Dark Cat did work mostly as a meat shield, not so much for damage. You're not immune to knockback, are you? No, that's only something you get from, I think, talents. Hmm. I think if I use my Bahamut better and maybe kill the Arost faster. So like maybe if I instead of using Eyewaltz plus Gladius, maybe instead I can try and get a Bahamut chain first and then maybe. I think I can beat this stage. It's just gonna be tough, but it'll be fine. You know, this stage really humbles people that Uber carries. Or that doesn't Uber carry. Because without Ubers, I think this stage is much harder than it needs to be. I think it kind of relies on you being much later into the game, if you're not using Ubers. Because my Ubers are the only reason why I'm even getting close. With normals and specials, I'm not getting anywhere close. I'll go and spawn Tengu just to get his recharge time quicker. Simply use Balrog, Cab Machine, Tengu, Yukimura, Attack Battalion, Cats, Raiden, and Shadow Gao. It's not that hard. Yeah, not that hard, not that hard, not that hard. Just use Thundia Ultra Form, not that hard, not that hard. Not that hard, ladies and gentlemen, not that hard. I think I should probably stop spawning things just because it'll be a waste of money, because I think this thing just straight up dies. Yeah, just like that. And then Tengu gets in. Pretty sure this stage wasn't even meant for this stage of the game that you are in. Well, I am pre-Uncanny Legends. I have no idea when this stage came out, but depends on your normal cat levels. Well, notice how only 4 of my units are actually normal cats, and they are not intended for the Arost. So, like, come on, get at least 1 knockback. Okay, well, thanks. Thanks, man. Why does this ginger snake have to spawn at the worst time? Like, it's actually the worst. This snake is the only reason why I can't do what I want to do. Oh my god, the ginger snake. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. This is like the deadly version of Doremi Revenge Stage? Yeah. Why the shit is everyone so desensitized? What do you mean? I don't... Tell me the definition of desensitized before you start using it. Because I am not being very smart right now. The method to grind dumbbells, yada 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 yada. Lion Dancer? Or just Lion Dancer? Is that... Are those... Wait, what? Huh? Do you mean like Lion and Dancer? Because my Dancer, I don't think is talented. And I'm not talenting Dancer just for the stage. Egg? What are we... What? Huh? Oh, you know, I only have 1 egg and it's Haniwa. So, what? Lion Dancer, isn't that a limited time thing? Wasn't I just not even playing whenever that was available? Stop on a strong up combo instead of what? I kind of need everybody. It's from the Lunar New Year event? I don't have it. Why don't you have Honeyway yet, Blood? I'm not getting it, but I could get it. I'm saving my stones. Having been made less sensitive? So you're wondering why people are less sensitive? What, we grew some balls. Is that what the answer you want to know? Like, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not a JP only unit. I think you had to do something while it was up, and I started this account in the midst of that, and so I probably just, like, didn't get it somehow. Because I know for a fact I don't have the egg for it. Hello, Cinefla. Currently, Ku is not the weakest. It's more so that I'm not using her. Because if I actually used Ku here, she would be doing wonders. It was... Oh, I didn't do the gotcha. I either didn't get it, or I just straight up couldn't get it. Like, I probably just got unlucky. whenever I was doing the gacha, because I never got it. On your revenge sucks? Yeah, tell me about it. I'm uber carrying and I still can't do it. If only I had Ku's true form. If I had Ku's true form, I would be much more confident in using her, thanks to her immunity to weaken. But without that, maybe I should just try and get the epic cat fruit that I need. Maybe I should just grind growing green until I get it. The level 2 is easy? Oh yeah, no, the level 2 is easy because that just has zombies in it, right? Only a limited amount. And so like shit, I changed my main loadout. Whatever. Cosmo's not doing a whole lot here. Well, maybe he is. No, he's not. You keep forgetting that you made your text notifications sound on BC money? Dang. Dark Laser, Dark Cat, and KG is an attack combo? Oh, really? I never paid attention to that. Bring that back up later whenever I'm doing the stage again. I'm just gonna try and get Epic Cat Fruit so that I can get Ku's true form. Because Ku's true form, I think, can replace not Tengu, but one of the others. I think Ku will be able to do a lot more work as a true form, because she'll be able to do damage against Anya himself. The second stage was easier. Well, my only zombie killer is Shigong. So that might be a problem. Just use freeze. Y'all notice that I only have 60 MP, right? And I'm not using it on bondage. I'd rather wait until I'm more prepared for the stage. The main reason why Anya's stage sucks is because of the goddamn Aros. The Aros is the hard part. And the fact that it's not just one of each of them, it like even if you kill one Aros and one boar, you still they come out constantly. Like I don't know if it's infinite, but it's even if it's not, and it's just like 2 or 3 of each of them, it's still tough as hell. Just use Shubo? What is Shubo? For second stage? What do you mean by Shubo? Yeah, what is Shubo? I mean, I have Shigong, but I don't know if Shigong can solo the zombies because I don't know how strong they are. Tiger Claw? Oh yeah, you know, just use a unit you don't have. You're waiting for Cappy Kawano to get Cone on the JP account? Farm 20 rich cats and several surge immunity? Yes, sir. Are most admin bosses long-range enemies that help the front enemy get closer to your base? I have no idea. Just use Fanoa. Just use Uber's smile. I see it. I see Tiger Claw being a shoe. It's like one of those shoe houses that like you would see gnomes live in. I do see it. 2 Aros begin spawning fast, but they spawn slower. Oh, great. What you really want to do is you want to nuke down Anya after the first Aros. That's what you want to do, but I don't think I can do that without super rares and rares. Because without super rares and rares, you no longer have access to Courier, you don't have access to Row, you don't have access to Neo Cutter Cat, you don't have access to a lot of things. So it makes it a heck of a lot harder. Unfortunately. Izanami is good versus Cappy Kawano, or only there is Peon first? Depends on the range on Kawano. Does Kawano have 400 range, or is it more? You got Lionheart, what to do? You don't know what to do with him? Save him for, you know, just use him. Like, he's good. No, I still don't have ICAT. Like, even if super rares were allowed, I don't have ICAT. Kawano have 380 range. Yeah, so Izanami is still good against him. Having surge immune is also really nice for that. So yeah, Izanami murders Kawano. Yeah, Lionheart's actually really good. Like, he's a really good anti-red and zombie nuker. So, you know, take that as you will. Oh, you guys want to know something I learned? So, on Catfruit Jubilee, the background dictates your chances of getting the epic Catfruit. If the background is day like this is, then it's only like a 30% chance. But if it's, I think if it's like the orange one, like kind of like dark but not like night, then it's like a 60% chance. And if it's like dark like nighttime, then it's like 90% or something like that. I learned that from the wiki. Did you say Izanami makes Cappy Kawano easier? It makes him an absolute joke. That's what it does. You only Surge Immunity, Meat Shield, or Gato Amigo, T-Master, and Stone? Aren't those like the only ones? Aren't those like the only ones in there? You've literally only had daytime and it literally almost always dropped epic fruits. I'm lucky as fuck. Well, I mean, I could be wrong. What level? Cat Fruit Jubilee. But like, notice how I got a fucking green cat fruit there? Like, I got a green cat fruit from Cat Fruit Jubilee, because, you know, why not? Why not? Give me Cat Fruit Jubilee after the second attempt. And then give me the wrong cat fruit. Why not, you know? You have Caddis but not true form yet? Okay, 35% in day, 50% in evening, and 70% at night. I was close enough. Still sucks that day is the most common one, whenever the only reason why you want to do Cat Fruit Jubilee is for the epic cat fruit. It pisses me off that it's not guaranteed, or like at least higher chance all the time. Bees Dingle, that makes no sense. Why would green have purple? That wouldn't help anybody. That would just do more harm than good. Nighttime Jubilee gives you reg fruit and the stage gives me epic. Whatever. I'm just hoping I get lucky and somehow get like some sort of like 1% epic fruit chance here. That's all I'm hoping for. Either that or I get lucky with Jubilee, but it's like a 1 in 7, I think, in order to get Jubilee. I think it's like a 13% chance. At least there will eventually be a point where you have too many epic fruits without trying. Yeah, I have to beat SOL first. And in order to beat SOL, I'll probably need better zombie killers. Because all I have is Shigong. Isn't 440 a high mid-ranger? No, that's a somewhat of a low backliner. That's not even that low for a backliner, though. It's actually like mid backliner. Okay, so T, if you look on the wiki, it actually does have like an official like listing as to what ranges mean what. I think it's 1 to 250 is melee, 250 to 400 is mid-range, 400 to 500 is backliner, 500 and up is super backliner. That's how it works. You don't have Housewife? Nope. Don't have Housewife, don't have iCat, don't have Pizza, I don't have any of them. So, when you ask for normal cat fruit, it's seeds or epic cat fruits, and when you ask for epic cat fruits, it's always seeds or normal cat fruit. That is really true. Really true. Maybe I should be using Cosmo. Cosmo might help. Just saw the... Well, I mean, yeah. Kawano has 380 standing range, Izanami has 400 standing range. Just do the math. Can you not do the math normally? Do people not know how much range Izanami has? And plus, Izanami has, or not Omni, LD. An extending LD, so even if Izanami hits the peons, then she'll be at a safe distance from thing. from Kawano, so like, you know. You're watching Shrek 2? You're watching Shrek 2 in my stream at the same time? How's that work? Congrats on hitting 1K subs. Thank you. Much appreciated. Wait. Whose true form are we talking about, T? Doesn't Izanami have a long-range multi-hit? Yeah. You know a lot about unit ranges, but Izanami being your first legendary on your JP account and never having tried it, you're not used to it? It's really good. Izanami is underrated as hell. And Izanami is good for the same reason why Kana is. It's because it had... Izanami is a she. She has such good standing range with such good extending range, and also good damage per hit as well. Especially against their targeted trait. Lionheart second form? Oh, don't Ultra Form Lionheart. It's not that worth it. Unless you like really like the unit. But if the unit's kind of just there for your collection purposes, then don't Ultra Form. True Form's good. I'd say you can get that. Oh hey, Epic Cat Fruit. I need one more. But don't get the Ultra Form. Unless you like the unit a lot, of course. Why was that mod check? Because of 3 ways. You just love when Fishman destroys floating stages? Fishman doesn't even destroy the stage. Believe it or not, Fishman does not destroy Bun Bun all that well. He can kill it quickly. But the main thing that's doing a lot of work here is knocking back the Bun Bun and behind the base. Fishman alone is not doing much. Yeah, I think Izanami is arguably best for traitless. I think Dark Tanyan, Shadow Gao, and Izanami are all arguable for traitless, but all for different reasons. So a 3-second difference isn't that big whenever considering it's only like I think it's actually like it's like a third or a fourth of the TBA. What's your favorite scene in Shrek 2? I've never seen Shrek 2. The only Shrek movie I've seen is the first one. I know I'm uncultured, but I was never really a Shrek fan. It was never really something we watched in my household, and so I just never really got into it. I only ever watched the first Shrek because of school. Outside of that one time I watched Shrek 1 in school in like 8th grade, I've never seen Shrek. Bubble Cat is better. Bun Bun Killer? Well, yeah. But you're comparing something that actually has survivability and stackability plus LD and range to a rusher. Fishman still destroys Bun Bun, don't get me wrong, but for this specific stage, not really. Fishman's kind of just there for rushing damage on the base. And to, I mean, knock back the Bun Bun. But you don't see the Bun Bun actually dying before I beat the stage, do you? Goes from 13 to 10? Yeah, that's not that big of a difference. I think that's about the same difference as Aphrodite's Ultra Talents. And nobody talks about those, so. When she was released as a Legend Rare of Epic Fest, she got under Izanagi's shadow when she got released. Yeah, unfortunately, but I mean, the whole theme of Epic Fest is to target traitless. And Izanami does just that, and amazingly at that, so. I'm farming green because it's the only growing cat fruit stage on right now. Because, you know, it's Monday. I need epic cat fruits, that's why I'm grinding this. Like, isn't Hanayama just a boring-ass side character in the actual anime? So that doesn't make sense to be Legend Rare. Yujiro should have been Legend Rare. Or also just use Baja Blast. Gee, I wonder, is that good advice? You know, now that I have more COTC 2 treasures, I can probably try Valkyrie Cat Trials, actually. It's actually something I should do. I should watch, or I should try Valkyrie Cat Trials. I don't watch the anime either, Coda, so I have no idea. A lot of people were disappointed about Izanami. I was at first until I realized that one has area attack, the other has single attack. One targets straightless, the other targets everything else. They're both really good at what they do, but they don't really intermingle all that much. If they're straightless, you use Izanami. If they're straighted, you use Izanagi. You can use both of them and destroy pretty much every stage in the game. What if instead of going to jail, criminals were sent to the abyss? I don't know how we would get access to said abyss. Massive damage versus metal. I think that's what they should do. I feel like what they should have done is they should have made it so that Uberfest targets anything with a trait, but then Epic Fest, instead of just targeting trailers, they should have given them zombie killer and either crit chance metal killer or like some like anti metal support or something. Just so that, you know, it was kind of like a little more fair. Like instead of just being a one traded specialist, they were multi traded specialists, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm not complaining because they're all still good. Why are you saying goodnight? Is somebody leaving? Or are you leaving? Avatar, if you're leaving, goodnight. But thanks for coming in. And the Lord Hanayama is the most powerful Yakuza in Japan, which is why he destroys the Yakuza in one fell swoop. No, that's not why anything. Pono's just decided to give him his abilities. That's not because of his lore at all. What should we call Dark Luna? Well, Dark Luna, just like normal Luna, is a bit of an odd one, because neither of them follow the typical all-traded versus traitless, you know? So... the best critter is Mighty Lord Gal. I actually think he is a really good critter. 1% metal killer? Why? Some Epic Fest don't even target traitless. Well, okay, Dark Luna does target traitless, and Dark Is also does target traitless. Dark Is actually a prime example of what I wanted out of Epic Fest. Having that anti-traitless capability, but then also having the zombie killer and also other things, you know? Like the shield piercing, the barrier breaker, the good damage when strengthened, you know? But yeah, Dark Luna does have target traitless. But it's not the traitless only format, I know. A better example would have been Dark Phono and Dark Casley. Those two would have been the better comparisons, because although they do target traitless, they also target everything else in addition, rather than just targeting a select few aside from that. Destroying Fallen Baron Reno Aku in one hit is so good. Who's Reno Aku? Reno Aku. Who the fuck is that? Because I can guarantee you Kai does the exact same thing. Dazzling Dark Phono targeted everything. That's why they're the best. Dazzly's not the best because of that, first of all. And second of all, Dark Phono would be just as good even if he didn't target some of the traits. Like, if he didn't target traitless, like, if he, for some reason, was an Epic Fest Uber that had Uber Fest targeting, he would still be just as good, probably. Aku Rain D, sorry. Yeah, Kai does the exact same. Or at least can do the exact same. You have to have an attack up combo, but even then, like, you can basically get the Aku Rain D down to like one hit, even without combos, so. Is Amateratsu good? I don't know those numbers. I don't know where the hell you got those numbers from, but yeah, she's good. I don't think there's any question about that. What was I doing? Oh, right, grinding. Of course. I should see something. Plenty of these. Nah, didn't work. The thing's not here, unfortunately. Okay, guess I gotta keep grinding. But first, I will check this. And by check this, I mean do this, because I need it. Mariachi has not fallen off. She's still one of the better generalists out there. How did you get gold cat fruit? The shrine. I did the shrine. I put in 30 mil into the shrine. So if you ever wonder why I don't have any XP anymore, it's because 30 mil went into the shrine. I actually want to get Kai Ultra Talents, not just because of Awuga. Yeah. How does multi-hit work? Does a 2-hit multi-hit do half damage twice? It depends on the unit. It all depends on the unit. You have to look at their stats in order to really know. Let's say Wake and Baha. He does pretty much all of his he does like 90% of his damage in one hit, and then in the next 2 hits he does 5% each, I think. Isn't that what it is? But it really just depends on the unit, because then there's the ones with multi-hit that deal equal damage per hit, and that could be into 2 hits, 3 hits, whatever. So it all just depends on the unit. So it's not a linear thing that can just be, you know, universal, unfortunately. Okay, let's all be real here. The main difference between Hanayama and Kai is the range. The damage doesn't actually matter all that much, because Kai attacks way more often and also has absurdly high damage per hit. The main difference is the range. So it kind of just depends. Can you get a Kai in or can you not? And realistically speaking, thanks to that range, Hanayama kind of just misses a lot. And then he suffers a lot more from missing as well. You're in UL and don't have Bodhisattva? I don't think I have Bodhisattva either, actually. 96% first. I have no idea, Coda. But that's basically close to what I said. I'm probably the dumb one. I don't know, actually. Ignore me, my friends are being stupid. You have 7k user rank and still no ramen? I mean, maybe you just don't do enough gacha. I don't fucking know. Unlucky. Unfortunate. Approximately 91%. Oh, hey, so I was close enough. I was close enough. Both are great units, but you're more of a team Anya? Or Hanayama, sorry, not Anya. Well, here's the thing, right? I don't judge you for that. I really don't judge you for that. I hate how people will say that the force swing on things like Anubis is a problem, whenever I think Hanayama has one of the longest, like, not meant to be long, like, he has one of the longest sub 5-second force swings in the game. Because, like, most Ubers will have like anywhere between like 1 and 3 second force swing. Meanwhile, Hanayama has like 4.5 second, I think. Maybe even longer, actually. I don't know, but it's really fucking long. And so it's just dumb that people criticize so many Ubers for their long force swing, but they won't criticize Hanayama, even though he doesn't even have Omni. He doesn't have any form of piercing, and yet they don't criticize him for it. Like, it's crazy. 6k JP and no Octo or Hacker. I'm on my new account and I don't have Apple, I don't have Housewife, I don't have Pizza. I'm missing quite a bit, unfortunately. His force swing is longer than Bora's normal Bahamut and Laswell's force swing. Yeah, like Hanayama has absurdly long force swing, and that's the only reason why I'll never justify saying that he's downright better than Kai against Aku's. Because I'd say it is arguable, but it's not a definitive. Hanayama destroys Gigando, Rashomon, and Kai destroys Aku's and Siraxes. All good. No, they destroy the exact same Akus. Trust me, they do. If it was one-on-one, if it was one-on-one, Kai could solo any Aku the exact same Hanayama could. I can guarantee it to you. Plus, Kai has the floating target. The main difference is that people don't see Kai's Ultra Talents as worthwhile. Hanayama can live up to his name simply from his evolved form. I think that's the main reason why people shit talk Kai against Hanayama, is strictly because of the fact that in order for Kai to actually target Aku, you need her to be at level 60. I think that's the only reason why. I think that's the only reason why people don't give Kai enough credit. You got three gold cat fruit, used them on Lazlo's, Nekukumin, and Gold Cat, and you got Kai 3 times in a row? Nice. You better have used those Kais for plus levels thanks to Ultra Talents instead of NP. Both Kai and Hanayama destroy every Aku except Stanham, who murders them both. I actually think Hanayama has enough range to... Doesn't Hanayama have enough range to stand in a blind spot? I'm fairly certain. Kaimo is another insane Uber to have. Yeah, absolutely. One of the best tankers in the entire game. Up there with Gravolo. Or, honestly, she might even be above Gravy, because her base damage is just so goddamn high. Same with her HP. And then she also has speed. She has good targetings, you know. He would need over 4... He only has 350 range? I could have sworn he had more than that. I could have sworn he had more than 350 range. No, he really only has 350 range. Huh. Yeah, so even better. That makes me even more want to say that he's not way above Kai. I'd say that supports my opinion. You just joined and got jump scared by growing green? Yeah, sorry. I'm grinding for epic catfruit so that I can true form Kai, or not Kai, Ku. I want to true form Ku. Second Mammon can beat Kai with Toxic. How much range does Mammon have? Mammon, whatever his name is. Because if he has more than 350 range, or 350 or more range, sorry, then he also Toxics. Oh, wait, no, Hanayama is immune to Toxic, never mind. Wait. Hanayama is immune to Toxic. 360 range? Well, he's immune to Toxic anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Why doesn't Kai have immune to Toxic? T, I have no idea what you just said. You said, I mean Ku, and I used them on Lasval's attack up, is that worth? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm so confused. Hanayama is a very strong collab Uber, but it's not like he was the first one, because like there's so many Evangelion Ubers that are really good, and there's also some others. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good ones. Hanayama's definitely not the first, and he's definitely not the best either. See, I have no idea what you're saying. I know English probably isn't your first language, but I have no idea what you're trying to say. You said attack up, is that worth? If you're talking about like the talent for just straight up bare base HP or base damage and HP up, then probably not worth it, no. Because Uber talents are crazy expensive. Jupiter King is underrated? I have no idea which one that is. Saber is greater than Hanayama? I think there's a lot of greater than Hanayama if we're talking about super specialists. Because like there's Ava 02 as well. Like there's Ava 02, there's even the Asu Kaisley, so. He has Surge and Slow, Knockback versus Alien, and Big Range. Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah. He is really good with his true form now. Yeah, Metal Slug. Yeah, One-Eyed Asuka is also really good. How the hell have I been streaming for an hour and a half without, like, getting loud? Like, is this like the first stream I've ever done without, like, starting an argument of some sort? Well, I guess I am arguing about Hanayama. Never mind. I have technically started an argument, but it's like a very chill one compared to my usual arguments. In big range? Wait, Metals, that guy has big range? Oh, that's right, he does have really good range. You got called a foreigner? No, I didn't call you a foreigner. I said I know English probably isn't your first language. Because I know a vast majority of my audience is not, American like me. Huge Hermit isn't good, but it's a community favorite. Is it? Do people... I thought people, like, hated him because of how bad he is. And they say he's bad. Doesn't he have, like, 10k DPS at level 30? Which is crazy. Especially since he has strong again, so he has, like, 15k DPS against aliens and blacks. I feel like... I feel like he's not actually as bad as people say he is. I think people just hate to hate. You're English? People like Hermit, like how they like Papaluga? Low range though? Yeah, but so does Balrog. Balrog also has really low range. It doesn't make him useless. At least Hermit can tank. Like, doesn't Hermit only have one knockback? Meaning that he can just tank and push up until he dies, which is actually really good. I think the main reason why he doesn't actually get a lot of credit is because of his long ass recharge time. Like, I feel like his recharge time and cost are the only reasons why people don't really see usage out of him. And also, T, you're English? I should have guessed from your name having T in it. No, he means English, as in England. Not... no. I know England and Britain are kind of the same thing, but they're still English. His recharge is only 44? Damn, I thought it was longer. So what, it's his cost that people think is bad? Because, I mean, doesn't he have like 100,000 HP? At least against his targeted trait as well. So, like, I don't see why people will think that Huge Hermit is so dog shit. He's not entirely terrible. And I talked about him a lot in the no bad Ubers thing. 73k base DPS with strong against. Then it's not base. If you're talking about with strong against, that's not base, that's effective. So which is it? Okay, base health is 73k DPS or HP, and then with strong against, are you saying that would be 140k, or are you saying that with strong against it is 70k? You're confusing me. Britain is the group of countries, England. Yeah, that's... Yeah, but if you're specifically from England, then that makes you English. So... He has 73k base HP plus strong against. Okay, so he has like 140k HP against his targeted traits. Okay. Said it wrong? No, you're good. You're good, you're good. Don't worry, I understand. I'm not gonna make fun of people for not speaking English well. I barely speak English well. I just want to be able to fully communicate with you well. I wanna make sure I understand what you're saying. Your country's grim as fuck. Damn. Words is hard? Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm one of the smarter people, probably in my entire country. Believe it or not. We've got some smart people here, but we've also got a lot of dumb people here. Me know English good? Yeah, same here. But I at least know that English, whenever somebody says that they are English, they mean they're from England. England, Great Britain, and the UK, I think are all three different things. Well, are England and Great Britain the same? I don't actually know. Yeah, they're all different things, so. You're going to measure the distance from your house to yours with bald eagle heads? Yeah, I'll pass. You're gonna stab this guy? Why? England is a country in Great Britain, which is part of the UK. But Great Britain isn't the UK. So how is England a country inside of another country? I'm confused. How is a country inside of something else that's technically a country? Oh wait, no, the UK is just... The UK is not actually a country, is it? It's just straight up a... The UK is just like... I don't know, a bunch of different countries formed into one thing. Union, yeah, the Union. I know the UK is made up of different countries. I know that much, but you just said England is a country inside of Great Britain, which that makes no sense to me. The United Kingdom of Great Britain? What? I'm so confused. England is a country, but not an independent one. And that's in Great Britain, which is what? Great Britain is the island. Okay, so England is on an island. That island is called Great Britain. That doesn't sound right to me. That doesn't sound right to me. Something seems off about that. Who's T? We need you. You're the one that's actually gone through history lessons over your own goddamn country. Please, help us. Nighttime Jubilee? I swear to God if I still don't get an epic fruit. I don't fuck. You're the one that's from there, and you're just telling me you don't know? God damn it. Wait, how much cost does huge... 37.50? Why the fuck do people shit talk Huge Hermit so much? Like 10k DPS, even though he's a melee unit, he's not like... He's good for the same reason why Thunder Jack is. He just lacks the speed, that's about it. You laugh like a One Piece character? Thanks? You know, I've seen One Piece. There's all sorts of different laughs. They're like... That doesn't say anything. That just means I have an actual, like, interesting laugh. That's all that says, and everybody's laugh is interesting for the most part. Like, you slept in class and chose geology. Is your geography not still going to tell you what your land is like? If Great Britain itself is an island, then that would be considered part of your geography. Am I wrong? Oh wait, I'm not even gonna have XP for this. Oh my god. Now I need 1,000,000 XP. Hey guys, should I sell that gold seed or gold fruit? I mean, I have nothing to use it on. Event capsule? Will that give me energy? I don't think that gives me energy, does it? Guess what the origin of the name? Man, I would really love to see what's in the capsule. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, there's 100,000 XP in there, but I'm not gonna have enough for it. Save it for Cat God? That true form doesn't even do anything. Cat God's true form doesn't do anything. I don't have anything in my storage, right? Hope not. Anyway, I guess I can talk about these guys. The UK is a country made up of sub-countries. Well, I know that. Kind of like the US states, and the countries are the nations of Great Britain. And the countries are the nations of Great Britain. Okay, so... Wait, so what you're telling me is that the UK is basically just all of the countries that are technically under the name of Great Britain, all into one. So technically the UK and Great Britain are the same, but England is not the same as that. Is that what you're saying? Okay. I got it. I understand. No, you said yeah and then no. Now I'm confused. Did I not just basically repeat? Great Britain isn't Northern Ireland. Okay, then why is it part of the UK? Because it is completely separate from everything else. I know Ireland got its own independence, but Northern Ireland is still part of the UK. I don't know, bro. Jesus Christ. I don't think I have lucky tickets. If I'm gonna sleep, alright, have a good sleep. Oh wait, I wanna do this. Say bye to gold fruit? No, let's see. Do I have any lucky capsules? I have lucky capsules, alright? I have them. We'll see if I get any new, little cats? What am I trying to say? I think they voted to stay in the UK after British Empire collapsed. Okay, interesting. 1 mil XP, here we come. No, that's only in cat ticket Gs, unfortunately. So, but here's the thing, right? Isn't each normal cat fruit worth 50,000? Little kids? No, I'm kits, like little cats. But I mean, it's weird. But I think I can just sell off my normal cat fruit. I think that's all I have to really do because I have a lot, except for yellow, of course. You know, I wish it was Friday so that I could grind yellows, since you know I'm kind of lacking some of those. Yeah, this is much smarter than selling the gold cat fruit. I'm gonna be honest with you. The UK is pretty much what's left of the British Empire. I gotcha. I gotcha, I gotcha. Wow, rare cats, really? I had no idea. Alright, cool, get over. Is it worth pulling for plus levels for the Baki event? Probably. I mean, I don't actually know what they do, but I'm sure they are worthwhile. Alright, cool. Let's see if that was, you know, actually enough to... Goddamn. Let's see if that was actually enough. Oh, wait, I kind of want to give her plus levels. I don't have the XP for it. Well, hey, now I have more special units to use. Red may freeze red enemies. Massive damage to floating and black. Honestly, this guy kind of seems terrible, but maybe his stats say otherwise. But I feel like these two could actually be pretty useful. Your mates don't think you like women? I love women, man. So, some people have called me gay. I don't think so. If you had the chance, are you ever gonna Ultra Talent coup? Probably not, because it's really not worth it. Unless I have a really big need for some sort of anti-relic nuker. You don't like women? Bees Dingle? That's crazy to say. Man, I did not need a history lesson. I do not need a history slash geography lesson today. That's not something I need, frankly. That bitch has LD. That bitch has LD, so I don't think it's actually gonna help much. I also don't know how good the freeze is. Hold up, you know what? Let's look at the stats of these bitches. So what? So I'm gonna do it off on the side because I'm sure you guys know more about the units than I do at this point. Let's see. So it's only a 20% chance to freeze with a 14-second recharge time. Yeah, no, this guy sucks. Doppo sucks unless you give him like a bunch of plus levels, but even then, probably not useful. Like Kaio. Let's look at Kaio. This guy has like massive damage against 2 traits. So massive damage, both will be times 4, so 2800 DPS. Oh my god, long ass recharge time for a special. Okay, I'm assuming that's going to be a problem that they all have. Let's look at Baki. Yeah, no, they all have long recharge times, and this guy doesn't even have a good Omni Strike, really. So yeah, these guys are kind of just meh all around. They're not worthwhile. You think you're dragon stacking on the stage for the Arost? I think I'm fine on the Arost. I just need to use Coup properly. I need to use a Rich Cat. I don't think I'm beating the stage without a Rich Cat. Funny story, you gave your friend a title in school and it stuck. He is officially called the Woman Hater? Damn. It is the stage, Thompson, unfortunately. Not because of misogyny, but because I'm gay. You can still like women, just like not that way, you know? I like men and women, just not like as in like, you know? Like I like women sometimes. Depends on the woman. But like how do I say this? I'm heterosexual, aka I'm straight. I don't get why heterosexual has to be an actual word in its own. Just say straight. I'm straight, you know? I don't like men that way, but I'm not like against like men's existence, you know? I'm not a feminist. If Bar got ultra talents or ultra forms, what would it be? If you want it to be overpowered, make it some sort of like mini wave, mini surge, some sort of AoE. But if you want it to be balanced, then I believe that you would be better off just giving him like an extra 100% of strength and maybe some immunities, or maybe survive a lethal strike or something. Did you really just say top or bottom? I refuse to answer that. No duh, depends on the woman. What if it's your hypothetical 14-year-old sister, aka Big Number Police called? Fair. Except I'm actually the youngest in my family. Tengu, get one more hit in, and get a knockback, please. Thank you. Now... Shit. I did the timing very terribly. Oh my god, that was terrible fucking timing. That timing was terrible. I did so good on the timing for the original stage, but for this goddamn version of it, I cannot for the life of me for some reason. Ku, you are hitting a snake. Ku, you just hit a snake. How's it feel to hit a goddamn snake, Ku? Ku? Thank you, Ku. Oh, hell yeah, Ku. Ku's carrying. It's official. Oh, wait, this snake. Okay, well, maybe Tengu can get a knockback. Thank you. Ku is not alive, but she lived long enough to provide me this much. Ray has a family new lore drop? I do have a family. I have 2 older sisters. That's all I'll say about it, though. But I do, in fact, have a family. Interesting, right? New information. Heterosexual refers to sexual attraction, not romantic. I guess that's true. So I guess I'm not heterosexual because I'm not really sexually interested in anybody. Like that's just not a way my brain works. Like whenever I think of somebody, like if I ever think about having a partner, I only want them romantically, not sexually. Like that's just me. Heteromantic, that's right, yeah. You're cooing it? Dude, Ku actually helped a lot here. Oh wait, Tengu was not meant to die so fast. Oh, thank you, Thunderbolt, for nothing. Thanks for nothing. I should have saved my Bahamut, but I, didn't think that. I didn't think this through. That's what I did. I didn't think it through. So maybe I should have Dragon. Maybe I should have Dragon instead of maybe Eyewalls, or maybe I just should, play better. Forehead. Dark's a really good meat shield here. Tengu, please, for the love of God, deal damage. Okay, 3 hits and still no knockback. Tengu, your damage is so subpar. You have no idea just how subpar your damage is. No, Sushi, yeah, I think you understood your mistake there. I think what I really need to do is just play better. Only one Uber at a time. Only one Uber at a time. That's all. That's what I need to do. Top 5 worst design stage. Really, it's not a terribly designed stage. It's just a restriction. If the restriction allowed even just rares or super rares, not both, then it'd be fine. Like, even if it banned uber rares, I think any restriction that makes you use uber rares is just fucked. I think that's the case. We're gonna speed up in Sniper this time. Sniper doesn't help, it just throws off the timing and makes Q more likely to miss. Courier and Sushi wreck this? Yeah, like, they help a lot. Why does Thunderbolt miss sometimes? Is he stupid? Dude, it misses like all the time. Yeah, the original is great. I'm actually fine with the original. You're muting stream right now. You're about to witness the best scene in Trek New. Unfortunate. You might actually miss me beating the stage though. Come on now. Yeah, y'all literally saw. Y'all literally saw. Anya, I think, was standing still. Anya was standing perfectly still, and my Thunderbolt missed by a long shot. Like, how does one justify that? How does one justify that? Genuine question. You had 60 epic fruits, spent most now you only have 16. 16's still a lot, dude. Like 16's still a lot. You really hate March of Death? Okane, right? That isn't that Okane or Okame? It's Okane, right? With an N. I don't actually know, but I think it's fine. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, Shadowcat Caper. I reached 1,000 subs yesterday, so that's a pretty big deal. Hey, Tengu? Oh my god, Tengu's hitting a goddamn ginger snake. Okay, well, this is a bad Tengu, but it's fine. Maybe Tengu can kill the ginger snake so that Bahamut can not suck. Thank you! Thank you! Bahamut, you can't get the single fucking thing off, apparently. Okay, I'll go ahead and send Eyewalch just to maybe speed this up, but I genuinely feel like Gladios is more than enough here. I just wanted to speed things up with Eyewalch. I don't know if that wave actually hit. How the fuck what is happening with this ginger snake? I have no idea what's happening with this ginger snake, but it's not good. Thunderbolt never ever hits at all? I know, right? You hate Dabu? What? Wait. Oh, right. Okay, I know what we're talking about now. Right, I think I'm going to use Ku to try and just absolutely nuke the boar. Oh, March to Death is Dabu. That's fair. Okay, you know what? That's a fair stage to hate. Not gonna lie. Okay, now I'll use Tango. I'll use both of these at the same time to try and maybe get rid of the boar. But that's not gonna work out now, is it? Yeah, that's not gonna work out, because I need to have normal cannon. I think normal cannon helps more. Because Thunderbolt helps with Bahamut, but I don't think that's necessary. I think maybe Cat Cannon would help more. Just normal Cat Cannon. You happy because you've made it to 0 and dropped him a 1% remaining in... Oh... Okay. You still don't understand what the whole Foundation base update was? What even is it? It's, other things. It's a bunch of things, but the most important thing to note is that the different bases can, or like the different styles can affect different things. So it's kind of nice looking at those, and like they're really small buffs, but they're probably worth it in the long run. Do you have any strategies for Baja talents? High-leveled Fishman, so that you actually one-shot the move. Beforehand, probably don't even attempt it. Gonna be honest. One-shotting the Muth at the beginning, or the Moth, whatever it's called, at the beginning is actually a pretty big deal. From my experience. You also probably should want Slime's true form. And maybe Rock. Just get Lunala. I think you mean, what the fuck do you mean? Not Lunala. I think you mean Luna? Like Lunacia? Maybe? Not Lunala. Lunala's a fucking Pokemon. Lunacia, yeah, there you go. Don't worry. Lunala is a great Pokemon. Lunala would probably solo as well, but... Same thing? Yeah, same thing. Same thing, same thing. Of course, same thing. Honestly, Tengu's really only here for his knockback. His knockback's the only good thing. And his immunity to weaken, so it makes him good against Anya. I was hoping to not have to send any more dark lasers, but it would seem that I have been proven wrong. Okay, you know what? Oh my god. Really? Oh my god, seriously. This is bad. Okay. There we go. This is better. Actually, it's worse, because now I don't get to even try to do Bahamut for this. I just have to use Gladios. Don't really have much other option. Cause the apocalypse. Slime first form works. Second form true form makes it much easier. Trust me. They said he was gonna spike your drink with Molly. I don't know what Molly is, so you know what? Call me crazy. Who's the worst fast Uber? I'd say it's one of the Garus, simply because having a mid-range tanker role is less desirable than somebody that completely solos pretty much any traitless stage. And D'Artagnan is definitely not the worst. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that much right now. So this is a problem? I was really hoping Ku would hit the ostrich, but yeah, so I need to, do better. D'Artagnan is so bad? He's not, unfortunately, for you. He's not that bad. If you think D'Artagnan is good, like one of the top Ubers in the game, then D'Artagnan is definitely not bad. Like, here's the thing, right? You can't gas up D'Artagnan while also saying that D'Artagnan sucks. That's just rage bait. Oh, T, that's a horny drug? Damn. D'Artagnan is alright now. Feels like he does nothing? That's because you don't use him. If you don't use him, he can't do anything, you know what I mean? Bono's toddlers are cooking with these restrictions. These restrictions suck ass. Give me a tree? Huh? Oh, I see. I get it. Any first form Luga. Now that's a bad unit. Just beat the stage, def a Barog issue. You know, you're not wrong. You feel like D'Artagnan always dies so quick and barely does damage? That's because you don't know how to fucking use him. Just like every Uber in the game, you have to know how to actually use him. You can't just like he's not one of those brain dead Ubers that you can just bring and assume he does stuff, you know? You gotta actually, be good at the game. Unfortunately, for people that are Uber carry, that may be new to them. But you actually have to, try. Wow, I just destroyed the boar there. You love how Matt Shea took several attempts on the stage to get bullet train, but only took one, and no, not gonna spoil the enemies of bullet. I know the enemies in the second stage. They're zombies, which means I'm gonna struggle a lot. I just want to beat this stage. This is the stage I want to beat. Also, Tengu got knocked back by a snake. Also, like, it kind of depends on the level, but it really doesn't. Like, the level of D'Artagnan really only matters depending on the place of the game you're in. That's all that matters about it. Also, this is a huge skill issue. Why did I put 3 Ubers all out for the Arost? This is a mistake. I'm glad Ku got knocked back there, but at the same time, something tells me, okay, well, she got knocked back again. But she's still gonna miss. Thanks, Gladios. You're level 51 Shadow Gown, damn. Maybe if Ku can get a good hit in on the Arost, maybe? Maybe? Ku, come on. You can do this, girl. You got it. That's not a kill, apparently. This is bad. Okay, well that's a kill. But now this guy is hitting my base. This could be bad. This could be very bad, actually. This could be horrendously bad. Knockback, knockback, knockback. Okay, Tengu, or... I didn't mean you get knocked back, Tengu. Okay, well, isn't it like a 50% chance knockback and he didn't get it 2 times in a row? Unfortunate. You just never vibe with D'Artagnan? Balrog's brainless. I don't know who has to tell you this, but Balrog is not a skill-based unit because you just place him and he whacks things a lot and he does damage. Meanwhile, D'Artagnan actually, requires you to know what stage to use him in. And then also, like, at level 30, he is kind of at a disadvantage because a lot of his damage comes from treasures and massive damage. So if you boost him, then he gets, a lot. Yeah, no stage? Yeah, skill issue. Like, have you ever, like, you just don't know how to use an LD unit. You gotta have stepping stones. You gotta meat shield properly. You gotta support. You gotta slow things, freeze them. I don't fucking care. Use Thunderbolt. I don't like, you know. You gotta know how to use the unit. Like, I think something a lot of people don't realize is that a unit's how good a unit is actually, how good a unit is actually depends a lot on how good you are at using them. Like that's actually a pretty big deal, is knowing how to use a unit. Because thanks to me having used D'Artagnan so much in my lifetime, I actually like really know how to use him well, and he can be really good. You hate Thunderbolt? That's fair. Like, it misses so often. I would use D'Artagnan here, because D'Artagnan would absolutely shred the boar. Like, especially his first form. Like, that's another thing, is that whenever you're using D'Artagnan, you have to admit that, like, his first form is good. Just get Cheetah Cat. How do you use D'Artagnan? The same way you use Housewife. If your D'Artagnan is dying easily, then that means your Housewife is too. Because they have similar range, they have similar LD, they have similar, like, their first forms have similar stats, kind of. Or, D'Artagnan's first form has similar stats, I'm pretty sure. But, like, you just don't be bad. Thank you, Bahamut. Alright, well, you got one hit in. That'll do it. Yeah, D'Artagnan is wave immune as well. That's another thing. This was a bad idea. Ku, I'm sorry. I sent you at a wrong time. Yeah, this ROS is rough, because, like, thanks to not having, like, fast units to stall Anya at the beginning, it's actually really hard to not get pushed by Anya by the time, by the time the ROS is here. Meaning that you literally are just kind of screwed, unfortunately. Like, you really are just kind of screwed, not having anything to rush him with. Also, I can't really reach out right now, because remember, I am still playing a game. Like, a hard one. I wish I had a little more money. Maybe Wave Talent would be worthwhile in Dark Laser, but yeah, I'm just dead. I don't think I can beat this.